Good morning, one and all. In yesterday's lecture, we have seen the methods of feeding, or we can say the loading to the flat belt conveyor. There are four methods we have seen in details: by hooper method, by preceding conveyor, by process equipment, and by traveling machine. I have explained each and every method. Then also we have seen methods of discharge from the flat belt conveyor. Again, there are four types of the discharge from the belt conveyor are given: head pulley discharge, both end discharge, tripper discharge. Again, that tripper discharge are divided into two types: fixed tripper discharge and traveling tripper discharge. And last is a flow discharge. Then types of conveyor we have covered. First type belt conveyor, then trap belt conveyor. When you require the more volume, then we are using the trap belt conveyor. Okay. Next, we'll see the next one, capacity of the belt conveyor. Okay, capacity of the belt conveyor. In today's lecture, we will cover the capacity of the belt conveyor. Okay, we will see how to calculate the capacity of the belt conveyor. First, remember that this capacity of the belt conveyor is denoted by the Q. The rate at which the material is carried by the conveyor is known as capacity of conveyor. Okay, very simple definition. What? The rate at which the material is carried by the conveyor, okay, is known as a capacity of the conveyor. Capacity can be either volume flow rate, means meter cube per second, or mass flow rate, kg per second. Okay, there are two types of the capacity. Capacity can be either volume flow rate or mass flow rate. Okay, then we'll see how to calculate the capacity for the horizontal belt conveyor as well as the capacity of the inclined belt conveyor. Okay, see, first we'll see the how to calculate the capacity of the horizontal belt conveyor. Okay, there are two capacity. First is a volumetric capacity of the horizontal belt conveyor. Okay, then how to calculate this? Q is equal to CB square into V. This you will get in meter cube per second. Okay, what is the C, what is the B, what is the V? See, this again we can simplify first this. C into 0.9 B minus 0.05 bracket square is there. Okay, this small b is given for the width of the material storage on the belt. Okay, or we can say the effective belt width. This is given in meter. This is given in meter. This value is fixed. Okay, this value is fixed. What is the value of that width of the material storage on the belt? 0.9 capital B minus 0.05. Okay, remember that this is the standard formula. What is the capital B? Capital B is nothing but the width of the belt. Also this is given in meter, width of the belt. Okay, what is the V? V is given the belt speed. This is given in meter per second. Meter per second. What is the Q? Q is the capacity of the conveyor. Then you will get the unit is meter cube per second. Okay, this is the formula. If you want to the convert into the hour, meter cube hour, then you have to multiply by that equation into 3600, then you will get the meter cube per hour. If you have given the meter cube per hour, then you want the answer in meter cube per second, then you should divide by 3600, then you will get the answer in meter cube per second. Okay, this is the volumetric capacity of the horizontal belt conveyor. Okay, then how to calculate the mass capacity of the horizontal belt conveyor? Okay, M is equal to, M is given for the mass capacity of the horizontal belt conveyor, is equal to rho into Q, rho into Q. We know the rho is the density. What is the unit of rho? Kg per meter cube. And Q is the Q is the capacity of the horizontal belt conveyor, meter cube per second. Then you will get the unit is kg per second. Kg per second. Okay, all of you getting? Rho is the mass density of the bulk material. This is given in kg per meter cube. M is the capacity of the conveyor. Okay, mass capacity of the conveyor. All of you getting? What is the C? What is the C? C is nothing but the surcharge factor. This factor depends on angle of the idler with the horizontal. Angle of the idler with the horizontal. This factor is known as surcharge factor. Okay, here is some tables are given for that surcharge factor. See here, surcharge factor C is given. First is a angle of idler with horizontal, beta is there, or beta 1 degree is there. Okay, this angle is given in degree. The flat belt conveyor, there is see types of the belt is given flat belt. Then if you have given the 2 idler, 3 idler or 5 idler for the trap belt conveyor. Okay, then you will get the different value for the surcharge factor. Okay, first condition is a angle of idler with the horizontal, beta is there. Angle of idler with the horizontal or beta 1 is there. Beta 1 is there. Okay, see we have seen here this is the angle beta if you have given the 3 idler, and if you have check here again where is the beta 1 5 idler, here see this is the beta 1 angle, beta 1 angle. Okay, these two angle are given here. Angle of idler with horizontal, flat belt angle 0 angle is there. 2 idler, if I have given the 2 idler, this value is a 15. 3 idler, this value is a 20, 30 or 36, and 5 idler, this value is a 18 to 54. Okay. Second is a angle of repose of material psi. This value is given psi. Angle of repose of the material psi value is given. Check that this angle is known as a angle of repose psi value. Okay, this angle made by the horizontal to the material, top of the material. This value is psi is given 15 to 25, 15 to 25, 15 to 25. Okay, you have given the same value for the each and every idler or flat belt conveyor. Then what is the surcharge factor? Okay, remember that two condition. If you have given the angle of repose of the material 15 to 25, then surcharge factor value is a 0.067 to 0.09. Okay, if you have given the 18 to 54 or 15 to 20, then you will get the value 0.165 to 0.185. This is for the value of the surcharge factor. This depends on the angle of idler with the horizontal or angle of repose of the material. You can calculate anyone, okay, with the help of anyone. Then see similar way we want to the calculate the capacity of the inclined belt conveyor. If you have seen the volumetric capacity of the inclined belt conveyor, then Q is equal to, you have given inclined word in problem statement, then you have to use the this formula. If you have given the horizontal, then you have to use the Q is equal to CB square, V is there. And here is a Q is equal to KB square, V is there. Okay. This value is given again meter cube per second. K again same formula you will get. What is the value of B? 0.9, B minus 0.05. Okay. What is the K? K is the flowability factor. Okay. Flowability factor is denoted by the K. Okay. This value of the flowability factor depends on the belt inclination. Belt inclination. Okay, what is the belt inclination? It is denoted by the alpha. Okay, if you have given the alpha angle 10 to 15 degree, then flowability factor is 2.65 into 10 raised to minus 4. If you have given 31 degree to 35 degree, then this value is 2.05 into 10 raised to minus 4. Okay. Then how to calculate the mass capacity of the for the inclined belt conveyor? Then again similar formula you have to use. M is equal to rho into Q. Rho into Q. You will get the flowability factor with the help of belt inclination. If you have given the plane, then if you have given the cleated, then these two values gives the pliability factor. Pliability factor. Okay, all of you getting? Yes. How to calculate the pliability factor or surcharge factor? With the help of given value of different value for the beta and alpha. Okay, then next we are going to the next one. We'll see the next one. See, next one is the, we have seen these things in yesterday's lecture. Then we have seen this probability factor, how to calculate. Okay, then how to calculate the speed? There are some recommended conveyor belt speed are given in meter per second. Okay, recommended speed is given. If this is depend on the belt width and material, which material is used. Okay, if you are using the belt width 400 and material is a non and low abrasive, non degradable materials, means for example peat, salt is there, abrasive granule materials, for example sand is there, then value of that conveyor belt speed is 1.1 to 1.5. You have to choose this value. For different material, you will get the different value for the speed of the belt conveyor. Okay, the standard of the belt conveyor, that value are given 400, then 450 is there, 500, then 600, 800 to 1000, and 1200 to 1600. You have given up to the 2400. Okay, if you have choose the fine powder, then you have to given the belt width is 0.400, then you have to choose the 0.8 to 1 value for the belt speed. Okay, this all value is given in meter per second. Okay, all of you getting how to use that table? Yes, good. Then next type of the belt is a, we'll see blanket belt conveyor. If you have seen the construction and working of that blanket belt conveyor shown in figure, it consists of a main belt conveyor and auxiliary belt conveyor. Okay, there are two belt conveyor are there, main belt conveyor and auxiliary belt conveyor. This is the main belt conveyor and this is the auxiliary belt conveyor. Okay, the material on main belt is prevented from the sliding down by the blanket belt, which is actuated by the auxiliary belt conveyor. Check that. This blanket belt is actuated by the auxiliary belt conveyor. Auxiliary belt conveyor, and this material is down. Okay, the blanket belt, which is made up of rubber, they are using the material for rubber for made this belt. Okay, the construction of welding chain section. Okay, there is a welding chain section is there, offer that high flexibility both longitudinal and transversely. You will get the both flexibility and longitudinality and transversely. Okay, in case of the belt conveyor, check that the belt slope, sorry, the belt slope varies from between, this angle is given 45 degree to 60 degree, 45 degree to 60 degree. Okay, how to work this belt conveyor? All of you know this. The here is a feed belt conveyor. Okay, we are feeding the material, then they are going in upward direction with the help of auxiliary belt conveyor and blanket belt, and here is a discharge is given at the tail end. Discharge is given at the tail end. Okay, there are again return idler is given, forward idler is given, blanket belt is given. Okay, then what is the advantages of the blanket belt conveyor? Okay, if you have seen the we have seen the flat belt conveyor and trap belt conveyor. Okay, this both belt conveyor cannot be used for the inclination more than 35 degree. Okay, flat belt conveyor or tub belt conveyor that are not used for the inclination more than 35 degrees Celsius. But this belt we are using for the 45 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius. Sorry, for the degree 35 degree angle is given. If the belt inclination is more than that 35 degree, the material will slide down. Okay. In such cases, we are using the blanket belt conveyor. Okay. Blanket belt conveyor. What is the limitation of the blanket belt conveyor or disadvantages? The blanket belt conveyor have the low volume. Okay, low volume carrying capacity, very low volume carrying capacity for the belt blanket belt conveyor. Okay, this is the disadvantage or limitation. All of you getting? Then next one is a oven wire belt conveyor. The oven wire belt conveyor, it consists of a wire mesh belt. Okay, it consists of a wire mesh belt. If you have seen the figure A to E, you will get the wire mesh. They are what we can say just in the given belt conveyor. Okay.